Despite a shaky start to the season, the Hornets' form has improved greatly in recent weeks, with the team winning 6 out of their previous 7 matches. From Upton Park, we're joined by our commentator, Steve Dixon.
Welcome back once again to a sunny Upton Park here in East London for another crucial game for Charlton Athletic as they push for those playoff places at the top of the second division. We will of course check on the two teams to begin with. The Charlton side showing just that one change, or rather 2 changes from the side that won at Sunderland last week. Gary Nelson comes in at number 9 in place of the injured Carl Leeburn. At number 4, Anthony Barness drops out of the side to make way for Alan Pardew. The 2 Charlton substitutes are Steve Gritt and Anthony Barness. Moving across to look at the Watford side, that's an unchanged team for Watford, and that of course is a team very much in form in the second division at the moment. They are without a doubt the form team in the second division at the present time, with victories recently over Ipswich, Leicester, Blackburn, Middlesbrough and Sunderland. And Watford will provide very, very difficult opposition for Charlton this afternoon. They're just a little way behind the playoff places on 56 points, and at this stage it has to be said that they're unlikely to make a playoff place, but had they mounted that charge a little earlier in the season, then Watford would very much be in the running for one of the playoff places. As it is, they're some 10 points behind with only 5 games to play, so it looks unlikely, but they are most definitely the form team at the moment. There in your picture is David James, one of the most sought-after goalkeepers in the lower divisions. Liverpool have been linked with David James, and the Watford manager Steve Perryman realistically expects that James will be gone from Vicarage Road during the close season. And it's Charlton kicking from right to left, red shirts, white shorts and red socks. Watford, yellow shirts, red shorts and black socks this afternoon. And a first touch there for David Whyte on loan from Crystal Palace. And there's Alan Pardew knocking the ball down the line towards Whyte. But he's dispossessed there by Drysdale, who's got to come inside, and Robert Lee almost was on the end of that. And now it's up to Steve Butler. And here is Hessenthaler, but robbed by Robert Lee. Hessenthaler getting back, and Darren Pitcher today playing his 99th game for Charlton, getting it forward. Walsh, Scott Minto, who scored last week for Charlton there. Back to Colin Walsh. And Minto gets a tackle in again. And now it's up as far as John Bumstead, who gets the touch on to Darren Pitcher. And Darren Pitcher advancing down the right-hand side for Charlton. Cross coming in deep to the far post. That'll be easy for the goalkeeper. And that was very close indeed. Barry Ashby got up at the far post and wasn't far away for Watford. Now Bumstead under pressure from both angles there, and he's only got it as far away as Butler, and Butler's found himself a little bit of space. Now Drysdale whips the cross in early. Oh, it's a goal! It's a goal at the far post. And it's Lee Nogan. And the Charlton defence guilty there of ball watching as it was whipped in from Drysdale. And it went right across the face of the goal. And at the far post, Lee Nogan was unmarked. And that's Charlton 0, Watford 1. Pitcher with a good header. Now it's with Lee. It's a good ball looking for Whyte. And he's trying to turn away from Dublin. And as he shaping to get the shot in, David Whyte. Found Colin Walsh. It's taken a deflection, and that'll be a corner. A drive from Colin Walsh. Bumstead working hard. Walsh. Nelson. The layoff. Minto. Back on his feet, and the referee decides that that's a foul Charlton's way, and Charlton are getting plenty of men forward. It's been taken quickly. It's into Nelson. Minto takes over, and it might fall for Pardew and maybe Bumstead, and Bumstead with the drive, and no problems for David James. Plenty of space for Hessenthaler. Drysdale takes over. Drysdale, oh, he's checking for a shot. Drysdale, oh, fine save from Boulder. Super save from Bob Boulder there. But Charlton will want to know why Drysdale was allowed so much time and space to drive the ball in from 20 yards out there. And it could so easily have been 2-0 to Watford. And Drysdale again shooting for another one. And now Charlton can break. With Whyte possibly. Hessenthaler attacking back has done well. And Charlton still can't collect the ball. This is Butler. The far post is Soloman. And here comes Soloman. Cleared by Pitcher. Drysdale with the corner. Webster gets it away. Whyte getting in, does well. Now Walsh. And there goes Robert Lee. Now Charlton 2-on-2. Nelson's up with him as well. Lee taking on Soloman. Can he get by him? He can get by him. Lee, oh, fine save. Fine save from the goalkeeper. Best chance of the game for Charlton so far, and it was a super save from David James. Now let's hope that will give Charlton a bit of a lift. Gibbs, oh, he picked his way through a couple of tackles there and finds Darren Bazeley taking on Minto. Oh, and he's cut inside Minto. The shots saved by Boulder. Nelson peeling off. Here's Nelson surrounded by Watford players. Nelson going the long way round. Ashby holds him off. Unfairly, says the referee. That'll be an obstruction. And perhaps Charlton can get the ball into the box now. As I mentioned before, Carl Lever's not there, but Solomon Webster is. Stuart Balmer getting up as well. And Pardew. And Lee flicking it in. And it might fall for Webster as well. The drive. And it was about 2 yards wide from Solomon Webster. Now, is this a cue for Solomon Webster to drive this one in? Nelson's out there as well. It doesn't need ball players to take a free kick, or does it? What have Charlton got planned? Pardew signalling at the far post, out of the picture. It's going to be Webster. It's taken a deflection, and it's gone out for a corner. So, Charlton's second corner of the game. Robert Lee to take it. Webster gets up, header in, away by Dublin. It'll fall to Bumstead, back in it comes. Webster again to get it back in, and now chance for Minto. Surely there, it's against the post. Oh, it's against the post for Minto, I don't believe it. And is this going to be one of those days for Charlton? And in the other games at the top of the league at this present moment in time, nobody is winning, which is excellent news for Charlton, as we are a goal down here against Watford. Blackburn, Leicester 0-0, and Middlesbrough still only with a draw, still drawing against Plymouth Argyle. So there is plenty to play for in the second half. Charlton will need to score twice if they are to maintain their push for promotion. Vital 45 minutes for Charlton coming up. Referee Alan Gunn gets us underway. Watford are now attacking the north bank end of the ground. Bob Boulder in goal, of course, for Charlton. And Charlton are attacking the south bank where the Watford fans are grouped. And now Colin Walsh making an early break for Charlton. Robert Lee with a chance now. It's there! It's a great goal for Charlton! And just seconds into the second half, maybe 25 seconds into the second half, Charlton are on level terms and Watford are asleep at the back, and Robert Lee has scored his 11th goal of the season. So, Stuart Balmer then with the free kick for Charlton. Watford goalkeeper David James is a long way off his line. He's gone back in now. Pardew with the header on. Nelson's in there. It might come to Pardew again. Webster blocked by Holdsworth. Robert Lee first to react. And Robert Lee's away from Hessenthaler. The cross coming in at the far post. And a good header away by Dublin. It might fall for Walsh. In fact, it's away by Gibbs. It's gone out to Robert Lee. It's driven back in. Whyte could get there. Pardew could get there. Hooked away by Gibbs. Up goes Webster. The flick on. And Pitcher gets it back into the danger area. Here's Nelson. And at last we've got some noise from the Charlton fans on the North Bank. And the foul is given against Steve Butler, and Charlton take it quickly, and this is Scott Minto with space to move into. And he's going to have to go down the line to David Whyte once again, and Minto's run again, and here goes Minto. He's get away from Dublin. But this has fallen kindly for Charlton. Alan Pardew shaping for the drive. Good drive, but well held by David James. In fact, he plucked it out of the air with something approaching nonchalance, but Darren Pitcher's in, and now Charlton on the chance. Pitcher with a cross. Oh! Great save by James. Nelson giving chase. Nelson's in here. Oh, it was going wide anyway, but Barry Ashby didn't know it. And he just got a foot in, and Nelson cursing his luck once again. Charlton throw. We're into time added on. This could be Charlton's last chance. Whyte in towards Pitcher. Comes to Gibbs. Now, can Minto get the better of? It doesn't matter. It's all over. And Charlton have let two vital points slip here against Watford this afternoon. A stirring fight back, certainly from Charlton. Much the better of the second half. And indeed a couple of good chances after Watford took the lead through Lee Nogan on 11 minutes. Robert Lee with the equaliser just seconds into the second half. But it finished here at Upton Park. Charlton Athletic 1, Watford 1.
After the match, Steve Dixon chatted to Alan Curbishley about the result.
Alan, is that a point gained or two drops?
No, it's a point gained at this stage of the season. You know, we're disappointed we didn't win. I think we've done enough to win, especially in the second half. But, you know, it's 4 more games to go. We can quite easily go and win at Port Vale on Tuesday, and this would be a good point. I mean, it's a good point anyway, because we've gone above Blackburn. You know, we've just got to keep going.
Watford at the moment are the form side in the division, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's a difficult game for us, especially after letting them in, you know, letting them score after 10 minutes, because it was a bad goal, from our point of view. You know, disappointed with the defending on it. And when you play against a team like Watford, who play with 3 centre halves and they sit back and try and hit you on the break, I think that's great credit to the lads to come back the way they played second half.